The most helpful book ever published will show everyone how nature creates people's personalities. This includes people with mixed personalities from naturally being born between two birth date ranges. This may naturally occur because such a birth date range results in a lack of enough exposure because too much influence was missed by having either too late or too early a birth in the actual birth date range. This makes people have a little bit of both birth date ranges, causing them to be influenced by both these birth date ranges. The result is a naturally mixed personality from the two birth date ranges. Most people have only one birth date range, but two are possible. So, why is this important? Well, in the first place, this is a natural occurrence that results in nature. You see, the opportunity for this to happen is not so rare that it shouldn't be ignored. It is even more important when trying to figure out someone you don't really know but would like to know. Maybe it's a relative or business associate or someone you are considering for an intimate relationship. So if there is a chance of people being a mix, wouldn't it be wise to know what nature does to create a person's personality to make them a mix? Nature has the final say and nobody can really tamper with nature's plans. It is best to work with nature rather than against nature. You see, the most helpful book ever published is a way to understand how people become a mix. You may even be a mix yourself without knowing it. Now is your opportunity to really understand people so that you can make a pretty good, accurate and educated guess about others. In no time at all, yes, only in minutes, not hours, or days or weeks or months, or even years, may you find yourself investing your time and life on people who may not reciprocate friendship or love. Not because they don't want to, but because nature has other arrangements for them which you need to learn about so that you can understand them better, to at least know what nature has done to them to decrease or increase the odds of forming strong relationships. When you understand nature better, you can understand life better. For example, would it really be wise to fly a kite during an electrical storm? You see, we first have to know what nature is doing before we can make our own plans if we want to increase the odds of our success. This requires education to put the odds in our favor. The most helpful book ever published is a way to put the odds in everybody's favor for many reasons. Maybe it's to be a better parent or husband or wife. It might be to increase business relationships. No matter what the reason is, you want the odds in your favor to be more successful. So how can this great work of literature help to identify a person being a mix? First, the core or body of this exciting material contains 8 chapters which describe and uncover the unique ways of how nature shapes us. Second, there is a mixed status chart section that describes very quickly and easily and in a special way that improves your comprehension of understanding and identifying mixed personalities so well and to the point that you will really be able to know instantly who is a mix, and this includes yourself as well. You will easily be able to read people like a book, and in a way like never or ever before. This means you will understand why people act and behave the way they do with their unique habits, all shaped by nature, and this includes being able to instantly identify a person as being a mix. You will learn how nature's personality factory creates a person to be a mix, similar to how an auto factory creates cars. For example, every year nature creates 36 personalities. Of those 36 personalities, 24 are a mix. The mix occurrences at the beginning and end of each calendar month times 12 equals 24 chances of someone being a mix. 2 people from each month of the calendar year times 12 equals 24 chances of a mix. Everything is based on consistent trend. For example, the concept that bananas are yellow means that no matter how many bananas we look at, nature repeats. Bananas are yellow. What is the meaning here? You see, this is very important because no matter who you are, everyone has a birth in the calendar year that nature creates over and over again in the same way, forming a pattern. You see, on certain calendar dates along the year, nature repeats these mix patterns to form people as being a mix. This happens each year on those same calendar days, year after year, over and over again. You will learn what these special calendar dates are, which makes people into a mix, so that you can now identify which people's personalities will become a mix for you to be more successful with, as you will understand them better than anyone else or even better than themselves. Besides the focus of only people being a mix, you will also learn that there are two other personalities besides yourself which nature creates to make up the group of people you belong to. You will learn how to identify these people in particular which are just like you. They will think and act and even share some of the same feelings and beliefs just as you do. Why is this possible? Because nature has created this special group of people just for you. These personalities don't end with only people. They also include animals, insects, and other creatures which make up the world. This means you may have a pet that could have the same personality as yourself. Of course, pets are a different species altogether, but there are similar personality features which stand out, such as emotions or ways of expression which may be recognized and similar among all life in that particular group that they belong to. By now it should be very clear that nature is the creator of people's personality, and that different personalities, even people which are a mix, are all formed by nature and are important to recognize so that we can see where we fit in with people to increase our odds of success with others. The most helpful book ever published certainly is perfectly named for helping everyone to identify in only minutes how the person we are curious about has been created by nature. Are they a mix? Are they similar to me? This gives us the advantage of having better odds of success with that person. And the person we are curious about could be anybody. A relative, friend, lover, business partner, or even our own son or daughter. You name it, and this incredible book will tell you in minutes what your odds of success will be with this person you seek. 10 years went into writing this informative material. The official copyright was established and recorded in the United States in the year 2022. This is a very rare original work that can't be found anywhere else. The most helpful book ever published sets an example with the goal and desire to present a great work of quality material in a newly discovered science from the publishing industry to help others gain better health, wealth, and knowledge for a terrific future. This is a rare work that can't be found anywhere else. If you have a hobby or are a professional book collector or are thinking about starting a book collection, you can add value to your collection by collecting this first signature edition offered here. You don't have to read the whole book ever, because you will only be reading the sections which pertain to you, as this will be explained with very easy comprehension to see that you won't be reading with much labor at all, with mostly short readings. You only read what you need. This rare work of literature was written with the following strict guidelines, which were more difficult than any doctor program at any university. First, it must be a new scientific discovery that no mind has ever touched. Second, it must be nonfiction. Third, it must receive an official registration of copyright by the United States government. This book is certainly very informative, and you will learn fascinating concepts to understand people better. This means no more struggling in your life trying to guess what you are good at, who your best companion is, or what career you are cut out for. The entire book is designed for easy comprehension and is very simple. In fact, you won't be reading this material with much labor at all, with mostly short readings. Add the most helpful book ever published to your collection now. P.S. Thomas W.N.T. searches on Google and Yahoo quickly finds you, the most helpful book ever published.